This is Cthulhu, a deck building game. It's a 1 to 6 player game where you work cooperatively with, you can play it on your own or you can play it cooperatively with 5 of your friends. You play as investigators, of which we have 22 in this game. Each investigator has their own backstory. They have their own special abilities. They have a health and sanity values that you can track using the trackers. You fight against one or more of 11 different elder gods, each one with their own special ability. Once you have defeated the elder gods or banished them from existence, because you never really defeat the elder god, you win the game. So the game
you don't have to kill the minions.
Not to win the game, no.
Okay.
You just have to banish the elder god. So the game is divided up into 2 phases. There's a planning phase and a combat phase. During the planning phase, each investigator in turn takes the turn going through the planning. So at first I'm going to draw 5 cards into my hand. 3, 4, 5. You have a starter deck that you start with. This layout that I have right now is a game in progress. So the currency in the game is something called Moxie. Moxie is both the things that you use to research cards in the library. It's also what you use to fight against the bad guys. So you have to make sure that you're balancing how much Moxie you're keeping for combat as opposed to building your deck as it goes on. So I'm in the preparation phase, so I'm actually going to activate a card from my hand. This is going to gain me 3 Moxie. However, I'm also going to lose 1 sanity. If you run out of sanity or if you run out of health, your game is over. You do, however, have an after-death ability that allows you to continue playing after the game. Now that I've gotten my 3 Moxie, and I move into the research phase. In the research phase, I can purchase cards from the public library, or research cards from the public library, and the cost is at the top corner. Because I'm the magician has a special ability to get spells for 3 less. So I can actually work with my teammates to make sure that I get this spell that normally costs 6, I can get it for 3. Once I've researched this, it goes directly into my hand. It's one of the differences in this particular deck builder. You get new cards that go directly in your hand and not to your discard pile. But the card that you activated to do your research does go into your discard. Now I'm moving into final preparation, which is the final step for planning, where I can now look at cards in my hand and I will activate them. These are usually defensive cards as you're trying to get ready for combat. So this card that I just researched, I'm able to activate, called Protective Sigil, and it's going to negate all health damage for all investigations in the next round, which is a really powerful card. Then you would refill the library, and your other investigators would now also, they would go through the planning phase. Once all investigators have done all the planning, then you move on to the combat phase. In the combat phase, the elder gods go first. There are 11 different elder gods, I think I've said that. Cthulhu's thing is that every card you play during combat, you take a point of sanity damage, which is really bad. Next thing that happens is the Mythos deck. So the bad guys have a deck of cards too that effects happen. So this one is Touch of Corruption. The Elder God deals the investigator with the lowest sanity IC times 2 health damage. IC stands for Investigator Count, which is how the game scales. So if you're playing 1 player, this would be 1 times 2, which is 2. If you're playing with 6 players, that would be 12 points of damage.
So if you bought multiple boxes, could you multiply?
Yeah, I suppose you could. That's certainly the thing you could do. Once the Mythos is gone, then the minions go. The minions spawn either from the Elder Gods or they spawn from the Mythos deck. But mostly these guys, they attack either health or sanity. But each one has their own little twist usually. For example, the tarantula, at the end of every combat round, if a tarantula is still alive, it spawns another. So spiders can get out of hand very quickly if you don't take care of them. So once all the bad stuff, all the evil things have gone, then the investigators finally get to go. So I still have a hand of cards that I had during the planning phase that I kept for combat. I'm going to now activate them. So I'm going to get 2 here. That's 3, 4, 5. So now I have 5 points of moxie that I can now use to research. To do battle against the bad guys. So this is their health at the top. So the tarantula can be killed. He's got 4 health, Blue Flame is 5, and the Hardball is 6. Or I can put those 5 points of damage against Cthulhu himself. Once he reaches 0, then you win the game, and everybody's saved from existence from ending. Once combat's done, you do cleanup, where you discard all your active cards. You can replace cards from the public library if you, as a group, you decide to get rid of some, and then you go back to the top of the round. If you ever run out of cards to draw from your personal library, you take your discards, you shuffle them up, and you deck. This game is available here at GenCon. We're selling it for $60. We also have play mats available for $20. And also on October 3rd, we're launching a new Kickstarter for a standalone expansion. The expansion is launching with Kickstarter on October 3rd, and it's got new Elder Gods, new investigators, new card templates. It's got new mechanics like, for example, gear, which are going to be like permanent items that you can add to your investigator. Lots of things like that. The expansion will be able to be played by itself on its own or in combination with the original game. And if you go right now to this website, cthulhu.launchrock.com, and sign up to get an alert when the Kickstarter launches, we're offering a 35% coupon on our online store, where the original game is available, and also the playmat and other of our products that we have.